15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jeepster, hello. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, stream time. It's been a minute, yeah? Mr. Bunny, hello. How's it going? What am I painting tonight? Tonight, thought I'd keep it low key since it's been a couple weeks. So I'm doing Virtual Plein Air. Something more chill. I was actually kind of impressed with myself. I was getting in the habit of doing like an original composition every Wednesday. And I kind of was getting away from doing the Virtual Plein Air stuff. So I'm going to get back to it a little bit more. In Season 2. We'll call this Season 2 of the streams. Shailesh, hello, from India. Harrison. Everything is good. How are you doing? Tali. How was my break? It was pretty good. Went back and saw the family. Kyle, hello. Just a simple hello will do. Yeah, Tali, I just went back and went back to old Cleveland. Panther, hello. Hi to you. I don't remember seeing your name before. Welcome to the stream. Any chance some viewer feedback tonight? That might be chill. We'll see. I would say probably not, just because I think that's something I would like to give everyone a fair chance to submit stuff for a feedback stream. And we haven't started that. I haven't gotten requests. I mean, I could do it next week, if you guys want. If there's enough people, like, at the end, towards the end of the stream, if you guys remind me, I'll put my email up on the stream and just, yeah, send me emails if there's any works in progress you want feedback on or critique on, and then next week we could just do that. Why not? I've been saying long enough that I want to do it, and I haven't, so might as well just do it. So yeah, just remind me, and before the end of the stream, I just started, so probably need a couple hours. Just remind me, and then I'll put my email up there, and then you guys can submit that way. I know, it's been long enough. I've been talking about doing feedback stream for a while. But hey, this is Season 2. Fresh beginnings. I might actually get around to the things that I'm promising. I got a lot of my freelance work out of the way, so I'm a little bit more open now than I was. A couple weeks ago. Space Salad, hello. Why are there only 4 people watching? Hey man, your guess is as good as mine. I think it's a weird time because it's in the PM on the West Coast, and I only stream just a few hours a week, so that's not much. Twitch is all about streaming the most. But I'm super thankful for YouTube, because yeah, if it wasn't for YouTube people, there'd be nobody on this stream. just me and Jeepster. That's it. Which would be cool. I'm down with that. It'd be all right. What's your opinion on realism versus hyper-realism? Oh man. I mean, I always think of realism. I don't know. My opinion of realism could be it's taken elements that are taken from life. And there is a realistic quality to it, but it can be painterly. And then hyper-realism would be like making a photo out of it. And to the artists that like to do the hyper-realism stuff, especially digital. I mean, personally, I find it a little silly because it's like you're just doing what a camera already does better. So why are you copying a photo like that, you know? Like, the photo does it better, you know, and photo technology is getting better as time goes on. I feel like with just straight realism, like the artist has a bit more agency over what to exaggerate, what to emphasize, and what to play down, what to kind of simplify. And I tend to personally like doing that more, because then you're making it better than a photo. If you're just making it a photo, then the camera is always going to beat you. Like, why even bother? But people that have the patience to do photorealism like that, it's pretty cool, I guess. There's an artist, this painter, he lives in Ireland, or Scotland, I think. His name is Helnwein. Helnwein, that's like a German name. You should look him up. He's very much photorealistic. But he does things to his paintings that are interesting. The framing of it is really interesting. So, I mean, I gotta say I like his work, and I'm more just kind of impressed by it. Another one is like Jeremy Geddes, whatever his name is. He's also very good. I would say he's more along the lines of the photorealistic, but it has a quality to it that a photo can't really achieve. Yes, I am live on both Twitch and YouTube. Oh, Safilho, thank you so much. Thanks for coming by the stream, and thanks for being on Twitch. You know, we need more people on Twitch. Sorry guys, I haven't been able to catch up in the chat because I'm just trying to like get the basic things blocked in here. We're going simple today. It's just a simple like virtual plein air image, so trying to keep it somewhat chill because I was taking last week off. I gotta remember how to paint, guys. And no better way to do that than virtual plein air. Just working from reference. I'm of course changing this quite a bit, the perspective of it from the reference. And I just want to think about massing out the major shapes first. So let me get through this bit and I'll be able to engage a little bit more. Space Salad, not sure if I said hi to you. How are you doing? What must be nice about going to a stream that's not very popular is you can definitely get a word in, definitely get your questions in. Chances are I'll see it and read it. There's a lot of streams I watch that are just like the chat's just incomprehensible. It's just this quick feed of nonsense and emotes. I did say hi to you, okay. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. I forgot how to do this, it's been too long. So I have a very simple subject. I just want to figure out a way to make it into a composition, make it interesting. Dumb question. What exactly do I do here on stream? I don't know, guys. What do I actually do here? It's a good question. What is the meaning of all this? That is not a dumb question. I really don't know. What do? I guess I sit here, paint, talk about art, answer people's questions, go on a rant. Usually later in the evening, that's when I start going on rants about things. Totally misinterpret what people are saying in the chat. I do that a lot. I don't know, just kind of relaxing, sort of, to do this. Emperor, hello. I don't know. I think it's fun to get over some of my fears of painting in front of people. That part's fun, I guess. I just get on here and I fail in front of people, and that's fine. That's okay. It's good because, like, I think it's good for other people who are just starting out as artists to see, you know, someone like me. I've been working as a concept artist for 8 years, and I still make bad paintings. I still make mistakes and stuff. I think it's good for people to see that. It's more honest. And what the hell else am I gonna do? That's the real question. I love this brush so much now. I use it all the time. Sorry guys, I gotta catch up on the chat here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Is it a barn? It's actually a place in Greenland. 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 You paint stuff and I annoy him with questions. That's right. Yep, just throw paint in digital canvas and see what happens. I like that. Failures might happen. I encourage others to fail. I think that's a good thing to do. What was that? What was that? Oh, jeez. That was Mochi. It sounded like an old man grunting, but it was just Mochi. Do you usually sketch with lines by pressing shift and clicking, or with another way? When it comes to architecture and blocking things out, to sketch out really quickly, I will actually just hold shift, and because digital painting, I don't know, it seems to work out. I like to think kind of geometrically, And my line work is terrible normally, so... I don't know, just a thing I started doing, and... I don't know, it kind of works for me. I'm looking at some Richard Schmidt paintings for inspiration. It'll look nothing like a Richard Schmidt painting, of course, but one can only dream. There's a larger size of that one. Hello, Chris Morris. Good to see you back. Not a whole lot of trees in Greenland. Justin Conway, hello. I saw some new art from you. It looks pretty good. I liked what I saw. I don't know where I saw it. Facebook or Instagram? Looked good. Did you hear that about the feedback stream? I think I might do it next week. You guys have to remind me, though, to put my email up, so you guys know where to send your images. Ooh, CGMA advertisement. Emperor could tell you all about CGMA. Is that a pier? Yeah, yeah. It's Greenland. That's all they've got there are piers. And glaciers. Piers and glaciers. Yeah, guys, if there's a way we could set up a Discord. I remember last time we were talking about that, and I'm not an expert on it. I don't know how it works. If somebody could set one up. Maybe that's a good way to share images. I'm going to assume you can do that in Discord. But you got to teach this old man here how to do it. I don't know how to do it. This house is not fun enough. I gotta make it more fun. It's a house. Did I say otherwise? Jeepster actually literally pulled you from another Discord? Thank you, Jeepster. You're recruiting new people here on the Twitch side of things. Doing your job. The Draw Feed Discord. Sorry, I'm an old man. I don't know these things. Okay, this house is starting to look a little bit more fun. Jeremy, how do you exaggerate these paintings so efficiently? I mean, I would say everything comes with practice, right? Like, the more you practice, the better your understanding of certain things. I just try to push things where I can, and even often where I can't. yeah, I just kind of, the perspective's not quite right, and that's fine for what the kind of like style, I guess, that I'm trying to do. It's really just about sort of how it's registering to me, how it feels to me. Like I obey perspective in some areas and then totally break it in others. And I think the important thing with exaggeration is to not be like lukewarm about it, not to be somewhere in the middle. Always, if you're gonna exaggerate, like really exaggerate, and when you do that, it doesn't look like a mistake. Because sometimes when you exaggerate and it's just slightly exaggerated, it just looks like improper proportions. It just looks off, like you made a mistake. Whoa. So, I think that's something to keep in mind if you're doing that. And efficiency is, for me, in doing paintings of sort of this style, is just blocking in the shapes early. Just getting not like noodling or rendering, but just kind of getting a sense of where everything's gonna lie. And then from there you kind of shift and adjust and push things here and there, and then you can kind of see how your colors are sitting, how your values are sitting, and the overall palette. Interesting choice of music today. Yeah, it's like a synthwave thing. I like it. It's upbeat. Gives me good feels. I need that. If I had like I usually have like more ambient music, but I think I'd be falling asleep. Because guys, I was on the East Coast last week, and that's 3-hour time difference. And since I've gotten back, I've gotten used to going to bed early. So I might be a little sleepy if it weren't for the music. And this is music that I would typically listen to if I'm at work or just working on something and I need to focus. Flip things around and just see how it looks flipped. Oh, also with exaggeration, transform tools are really good. Now I want to think about like a composition, you know, contours that kind of move your eye around the piece. I might have to diverge a little bit more from my source material, my reference, which is fine, which is great. Again, I'm looking at Richard Schmidt for inspiration. If you guys haven't seen, if you don't know who Richard Schmidt is, you should look him up. Richard Schmidt painting. It's like a total master who's still alive. He's quite old, but he's alive. He's still working. He's really amazing. A giant inspiration for a lot of other artists. A lot of concept artists I know. They all love his work. Oh, I can see your link. Weird. Let me see. Can I... It's blacked out. I don't know how to make it visible. Should I click it? I'll click it. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Alright. I'm clicking it, and I'm doing that. There you go. I'm not going to do that for everyone. Don't think I'm going to do that all the time. It's just I saw the tears, and I... You made a Discord. Oh my god. Holy crap. That's too serious, man. Like, you see how many viewers I have. I can't have a Discord. It's too much. If it's too serious, too big, it won't be fun anymore, right? I'm just kidding. Thank you. I don't know what Discord is really, but maybe this will be an opportunity for me to learn. I just can't look at it right now. But you guys should be able to share links easier over there. Okay, thanks for the link. Here, let me click on it and see what happens. Discord. Okay, I'll have to join in later. I can't do that right now. But thank you for doing that. Yeah, that seems like something for afterwards. I want to see what you guys are saying, so type in the chat here. Unless you're talking shit. Then you talk shit in there. Actually, you can just talk shit right in the chat. I don't care. To me, I mean, not to other people. Be nice to everyone else. Another way to be efficient with exaggeration, use the lasso tool a lot. The polygon lasso tool for these windows. Easy peasy. Oh, you can't read the link to the Discord. Oh my god. There you go. Does that work? I've done too much. I've done too much. I mean, I could see why they don't allow links in the chat. Because that could go wrong really fast. But we're good people here. We don't do that kind of stuff. Yay, you got into the Discord, yay! We're all there. Jeremy, could you help me with a question, please? I need to go soon and would love it if you could add me to my learning process? I don't know what you mean by that. Sure, I can do that. I really don't know what you mean by that. I'm sorry. Can I suggest any exercises to study color? Color. As I've said a lot before, a good way to learn color is to paint outside and to observe the natural world and see how light interacts with objects that you're seeing outside, inside, different lighting conditions. Fun thing you can do is while you're sitting outside and you're seeing light in action, you know, look at, let's say you're at a park and you're looking at a tree that's casting shade on pavement or something, on grass, and just look at all the colors that are in the light, all the colors that are in the shadow, and try to identify the light sources that are interacting with what. You know, if it's reflected light, is it direct light from the sun? Is it cool blue fill light from the sky? Just see if you can identify those 3 different light sources. And then look at how the light changes the color of an object. Like if it's a bright red tarp or something, a bright red object, how does the color shift in the shadow? How does it shift when it's in direct light? How does it shift when there's reflected light acting on it? How does it look with like subsurface scattering? How do all those things change depending on the material of the object? All good things to identify. And I think that's a really good way to learn, honestly. Like, the next step would be to identify that and then also do a painting outside. And when you have a pretty good grasp of that, then you can look at some photo reference and do a painting inside, but then trying to infuse what you've learned outside back into your own artwork or into your studies or whatever you're doing. Sort of what I'm doing here. Like this is not just a darker color in the window, but it's actually a cool blue color. And think a lot about color temperature as well. Is it a warm color or a cool color? Because I tend to think mostly about temperature when it comes to color. I want the windows to be cool. I want it to feel cool inside. So I'm going with a bluer color. Is it only me, or STH is wrong with music? I'm not sure what you mean. Is there something wrong with the music? Well, if it's not glitching or being weird like that, too bad. I like not caring about perspective. I should probably care a little bit, because it looks a little off. Yeah, I might care a little bit about perspective, just for these windows. Oh no. I don't want them to be squares. You cannot hear the music? You want it louder? You guys can't hear the music? Well, the music is a little grainy, because they're trying to make it sound all retro-y. You can't hear that? I don't know what to say. I don't want it too loud, because it's really loud in my ears. It's way louder in my ears than it is for you guys. I'm kind of ambivalent about the music, like, I could take it or leave it. But you guys don't seem to mind. Honestly, if I'm watching a stream and they're blasting music, I kind of don't like it, unless I actually like the music. But no one's really complained about it, so I've kept doing it. Yeah, it just might be your sound output. I bought a new headset, so it should be good. I'll probably, hopefully, sound better. Have you heard lo-fi songs? No, I haven't. It sounds like I'm playing the same music. I don't know. That shouldn't be happening. Don't know what to say. Well, if it's a problem for a lot of people, then I'll just turn the music off. And nobody gets music. What's going on? Do I do freelance work for a company? I work full-time. In studio, concept art, and I do freelance as well. Here and there, here and there. I just wrapped up with some stuff. Kind of. John Fernandez, how you doing? I don't know, you guys seem to have trouble with the music, so I'm gonna turn it down. Prashant, thank you for coming by. Please stop by again next week. Have yourself a good day. Working on anything exciting? Yeah, it was exciting. It's a secret. I signed NDAs. That's, you know, that's why I do personal work. Because I can actually show that stuff. Yeah, it must have pissed me off. I worked on, when I was working on Elder Scrolls, I worked on it for 4 years, and I couldn't share anything. And then even after that, like a couple years after that, I really couldn't share much. Until the game was like a year out already. I don't know, they were really uptight about things. But yeah, then I had all these friends that were working on, like, the time that it took me to work on one project, they worked on like 2-year cycles on multiple games, so they're like, yeah, I got this whole portfolio of like 2-3 games that I worked on. Like, I still can't even show the stuff I've been working on. Yeah, it was frustrating. And then at a certain point, I just started showing stuff. I was like, whatever. If they tell me to stop, I'll stop. I don't care. But the company I'm at now, our thing's not releasing till next year, so I really can't. I can't like leak. Can't leak anything out. So I gotta talk in code. Robert Cubic, is it still bothering you? Space Salad, oh wow, thank you. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. Is there anything specific you need to do to work like me? To like work to get a full-time job? To make a living doing this? You know, work on a portfolio. A lot of it is, yeah, it takes a long time. A lot of hours. You really just got to put the hours into it. You know, it's like anything that you want to get better at. It is really just about putting the hours into it. Kind of doing your research, understanding fundamentals, and then practice. Taking classes here and there, I think that helps with your understanding. But really, you just, like, no one can tell you a thing or even show you a thing that will just get you to where you want to be as an artist. You have to dedicate the time, the hours. I mean, there's really nothing that I can say here that you'll just go, oh, okay, that's it. That's the thing. That's how I do it. You know, it's just investing time. Get good. Oh, the magic brush. Oh, why, Tali? I shouldn't have told her. I shouldn't have told him about that. Him or her. I don't know. It's a secret. You guys don't know it because you can't see my hands, but I'm just holding down Control M. Well, it's actually Control Alt Shift M. That's the magic brush. I'm just holding it down and then pretending like I'm painting. It's just doing everything for me. Yeah, Google made it. It's supposed to be a secret though. You're really hung up on that custom shape, bird shape stuff. I think that's fair game. We can agree to disagree, I guess. Custom shapes are magic, though. I could probably use a custom shape for this bit right here. Oh wait, I don't have that loaded up. Never mind. I'm not gonna load it up, I'm too lazy. Is anyone here from the States? Did anyone else have a 4th of July? If so, have you grown tired of fireworks? Or are you still like super excited to see fireworks? Yeah, if you think the custom shape thing is cheating, boy. Oh boy. There's some things that professionals do that, yeah, you would just think is straight up just stealing. But we do it all the time. That's why the images look so good. It's like most of the stuff I do at work is 3D, and then photos. And then like some painting here and there. I mean, there's some painting, you know, but it's a lot of photo texture. You know what? And it makes a good painting really fast. Because, you know, all that stuff is just for internal use mostly. Photo bashing. Also, there's some 3D trickery that's you would consider cheating, probably. Just using like automated processes to create interesting stuff. Yeah, you got the fireworks made you mad. God damn it! Damn kids. I don't know, I think I've lost my excitement for fireworks. It's cool. I think I'd be way more excited with shooting off fireworks than actually sitting there and watching them. I think that's what I'm probably more into. Whoa, I just accidentally opened up bridge. All right. Yeah, don't worry about learning other tools. Start with painting, start with the fundamentals. And then if you're interested, you know, delve into that stuff a little bit. For me, it's like, it's just about saving time and just getting things done quick. Like, I don't think very few things when using 3D actually, I mean, it saves me a little bit of time. I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth on it because, like, I see some people's processes and I'm just like, yeah, I could just draw that. I could just paint that. Like, and I can figure out the lighting myself. I don't really need a program to tell me how to do that. But it's like, if you get fast enough at the program, then yeah, it could save time. There's like a threshold you have to cross to actually make it worthwhile. And I don't know. I'm a little back and forth on it. I actually like designing things in 3D. I think that's kind of fun. Just like actually figuring out the design of a vehicle or something. Like loosely, not anything really good. Just the basic proportions. I think that's fun. It's almost like sketching in 3D. And then I can draw a line on top of that when I bring it into Photoshop. I did that recently, actually, with some freelance work. Yeah, and it was fun. I like doing that. Let's brighten this thing up a little bit. I've noticed lately when I'm doing these, I paint too dark. I don't know why that is. I've been defaulting to going kind of dark. I'm not sure why. And why are you not pure black? Why isn't that black? Hello, I'm on black. Oh, there we go. Colorist does that to me sometimes. It'll say I'm on a color, but I'm actually not. I don't know why. It lies to me. Sophio, goodbye. Syard64. Brazil, that's awesome. Well, thank you for coming by. Yeah. 10 years ago, man, I would never have imagined that it would be this easy to stream like this and have people from different places around the world actually care enough to come into the stream like that. I don't really take it for granted. It's kind of cool. Everybody's got like the same problems with art, the same struggle, right? It's kind of cool. I take that for granted sometimes. It's like, I don't know, it's neat. The whole artist journey thing, yeah. No matter where you're from, it's like, we always got the same kind of struggles, same frustrations. You're inspired by the same stuff, and it's all, you know, it's all visual. Even people that like don't speak English that could be watching this, you know, they probably feel the same way, you know, so it's cool. Alright, let's get into some of the nitty-gritty here in this house. I think I blocked things in okay. Stuff's blocked in. What time are we at? Doing good time here. Yeah, I made this house really dark. Keno, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. I've been pretty loose, pretty painterly, so I think at this point I'll actually tighten up a little bit, just in certain areas. Oh, I collapsed that down, didn't I? Alright. Just give these windows a little bit of dimension. Keno. Be amazing if you check out my channel. Oh. You have a channel as well. That's awesome. Well, I did talk about doing a feedback stream if that's something you're interested in. But yeah, I'll check it out. I'll see what you got. Harrison, thank you so much. Have a good night. getting quiet. Which is good. Wrapping this thing up. Trying to get this look of the paint chips, the paint chipping. It's definitely a lighter value. I'm wondering why that is. Probably just the weather, the snow. Are you guys really all chatting in Discord? Is that like talking behind my back? It's like the Discord for my stream becomes more popular than the stream itself. That would happen. Are you guys giving each other feedback? Are you working right now? Being a mod? Oh man, that sucks. That's unfortunate. Is anyone going to San Diego Comic-Con by any chance? That's coming up soon. It's next week. Am I going to be there? Well, I live in San Diego, and I should be there, but I'm not. Well, I'm going to be downtown, because after going to Comic-Con, I realized that the fun part was actually just meeting with friends and going out after the con. The con itself doesn't really interest me much, other than meeting other artists that I know or other artists that I like. That's really the only reason for me to go to a con. I don't really care for anything else going on there. It's more just the crowds. I can't handle that. But I'll be in the... I mean, I live in San Diego, so I'll be around. I'll totally be, like, hanging out, but I'm not walking in there. And probably next year I'll do it. And I know the wife and I were talking about having a table at WonderCon, which is like the smaller Comic-Con in LA. And there's a high likelihood we'll do that. We'll actually have a table there. And then maybe sometime I'll actually have a table at San Diego. I probably should, but I never got on it. Yeah, the Comic-Con floor is just ridiculous. I can barely breathe. It's horrible. Yeah, I got prints. This is a Zelda print. I always do all the printing at home because we have a really nice printer. Print everything and wrap it and get everything ready for the table. I mean, we do CTN every year. We've been doing that for, I don't know, like 4 years now. We have a table there, the wife and I. So CTN is definite, 100%. We're going to be there. But we also want to do WonderCon and maybe Comic-Con next year? Next time? Might even be too late to sign up for that already. I think. Anga, hello. You're late! I know, I'm like nearing the end of this. But better to be late than to never show at all. Thanks for coming by. Oh, if you guys are ever at the event, I will give you a generous discount. Of course. It's my stream fam. I gotta be nice to my stream fam. Yeah, that painting is your wallpaper. Now that I'm done teaching and done with freelance and kind of slowed down on the YouTube stuff a little bit, I can actually get some personal work done and maybe record a new painting. Feels good. I want to get a new computer too. Well, you know, the industry is in Southern California. You know, a lot of the industry is here, so are the artists, and so are the events. It's kind of how it is. But you're just NorCal, like, what does that mean? Like San Francisco? You could make it down here. It's so worth it. any special reason why you do a paint in a different layer? Why not just paint it all in one layer? Oh, because it's so much easier when things are separated in different layers. That way I can preserve the transparency, I can preserve the shape. And I like to build everything up in layers. It's much easier, more organized way of painting. I don't like having too many layers, but it is super useful. Plus I'm used to in my job sometimes of getting some feedback, or you know, having your art director or whoever your client is look at it and go, I'm gonna make some changes here. And if you paint everything in one layer, it's gonna take you forever to make those changes. But if you separate things out in different layers, it makes it so much easier. And you can do stuff like this, like I'm painting an underpainting underneath, you know, getting that underpainting feel very effortlessly with my layers. I don't know, there's 1.5 million reasons why. I have a painting that I worked on today at work. It was just like a speed paint, just something I did within a couple hours, well, pretty much almost the whole day. Yeah. I went back and forth on it, but yeah, I had well, no, I had started it before I left and then worked on it today. I don't know, it's like it was a painting I didn't work that long on, just pretty much today, and it would, I don't know, I had like 120 layers on it. I was like, how do I have so many layers on this stupid thing? I was just like making a layer for every brush stroke, basically. I normally hate having too many layers. Like right now, like there's so many layers just for this foreground. I kind of don't like it, but whatever. Yeah, I'll just work on this layer. Janice Maxon? Did I say that right? Or is it Yanis? Janice? Jamal, oh my god, Jamal's here. What's up? It's been a while, dude. It's been a minute. I remember you were on the stream, you joined like my first few, and then you disappeared. Mysteriously disappeared. You've been busy, huh? John Way, yeah. What's up? We've got some old timers coming in here. Do you guys want to see my reference? Wow, I haven't even showed that yet. Usually I show that at the top. So this is where I'm at. I'm in Greenland. Greenland. It's a cool little spot. Map crunch, of course. Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't show you guys that yet. So yeah, I changed it a little bit from the source material. I kind of changed the the vantage point just a bit. Yeah, yeah, Jamal, show me some of your new stuff. You know, we have a Discord now for the stream. You can share stuff on there, too. Somebody has the link. So you're on a trip to Poland. How was Poland? This is very hot. Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably like similar to the East Coast here in the summer. Just muggy, sweaty, wet. That's how it was in Ohio when I was there last week. I played golf. I was playing golf, and yeah, it was hot. I never play golf, by the way. I was terrible. It's too hard. Everybody left my chat to go on the Discord. You've created a monster. It was like it got quiet all of a sudden. I was like, oh, geez, they're probably having a laugh over there. I'm back at the kids' table still. Yeah, could somebody put that link, the Discord channel link up again, just in case for new people coming in, they want to join in? I don't care, guys. I can shut up and just paint. That sounds nice, actually. Haven't really got many questions today, which is okay. I've been able to focus on this. I could call it done here if I wanted. But I'm not sure if I have enough time to really get going on another one. I get tired early now. Question, do you ever have trouble staying focused while on the job? Sometimes. People are pretty chatty at work. The concept section where we sit, there's a lot of chatty people. So there's a lot of distractions. Nerf fights and people bring in food, people come by. It's like, because we're, like, our section, we're like a bunch of outgoing people, more outgoing people, where we're sitting. People come by, like, when they take a break, just to come by and talk. And sometimes I just want to work. I just want to focus and get something done. So, distracted that's kind of the nature of my distraction, is like people coming by and talking. But I have some great noise canceling headphones, so it's not like a huge deal, honestly. Like, and I actually like it sometimes, because like I want to talk with people and bullshit and do all that. But I'm very bad at like working and talking. That's why this is like me. I'm trying to. Well, I'm not doing anything too difficult when I'm on the screen, I guess. And just kind of doodling. But at work, when I really need to focus, it's hard for me to both talk and work. So I just put the headphones on and work, and then I get off the headphones and talk when I want to talk. So my distractions are kind of more like that. I don't know. I'm staying focused. Like I have like certain times of the day that I'm really focused. Usually pretty early when I first get in there for a chunk of time. After lunch, or about an hour after lunch, is the time when I'm super focused. And I'll take a break, and then like that last little chunk of time I'm a little focused. Sometimes not though, because it's getting towards the end of the day. But I don't really have any trouble staying focused, because when especially when I know what I'm supposed to do and I know what I'm doing, like it's very easy for me to like just stay focused and get it done. The times I'm not focused is when it's like I'm not really sure what to do, what I'm doing, and I've been doing this long enough to recognize that feeling, and I just go and I ask somebody who would know or who could help me, or I look up reference, or I try to get to the point that's giving me difficulty. I guess that just came through experience. And plus, when you're paid to do a thing, you just kind of have to do it. I think it's harder like doing freelance sometimes, because there's not the environment of people working, like doing the same thing. It's just all on me, and then it takes me a little bit to ramp up, because I'm also at home and there's other things I'd rather do sometimes. But again, once I know like what I'm doing and I'm there, it's pretty easy for me to like get focused and do it. How's the job climate? Does it ever feel competitive? Of course, it feels very competitive. But there's something you got to keep in mind, is that there's a lot of jobs and there's a lot of opportunities for different types of artists. So, there's a piece of the pie out there for everyone. And to not get hung up on the overwhelming competition, just do what you do, try to improve, and I don't really think about it. Also because I'm working full time. It's not like if you were like an LA actor or something and you're doing auditions day in and day out. You know, that kind of competition would wear you down, but you know, it's tough for artists too. So, but it's different because I think there's a lot more opportunities. A lot of people out there that need images for different things. No, man, it's cool. You ask the questions, you know, like, just... I'm at the point of this thing now where I'm kind of on autopilot, just finishing it. So, not a big deal. Autopilot. Yeah, I'm just using the magic brush tool. The secret magic brush tool that no one told you about. I don't know that I'd have any interest in going to Greenland. Other than to say I went to Greenland. These are supposed to be boats, by the way. Can you tell? Well, the house... Well, the boats in the house aren't, like, on the same plane. Like, this is another structure really far away, because we're up on a hill. The thing is that a good way to show scale so that this doesn't feel too enormous is if I had, like, another house like this, and it was back here. That way you can kind of get a sense of the scale. There's nothing like that, so I can show scale through a kind of atmospheric perspective. So maybe I could just show, like, value-wise, it's a little darker. There's like a division line here. It's not the same plane. It shouldn't read like that. Also, some overlap would help too. Like if I had some small boats that were overlapping the hill shape, and maybe getting a little larger as they move closer. That would probably help too. What am I using to stream? I'm using OBS. I thought literally everybody uses OBS. I could draw a figure. But the relationship between this house and these distant houses, these distant structures, would still be an issue. Something like this. Just push it back a little bit. Yeah, just a couple of those cues will help it read farther away. Are you going to make the water all reflective? Yeah, there should be some reflection in there, of course. I just haven't really done that. Let me do this bit first, and then we'll work on that. It's kind of the next thing. I like to paint things in as like little detail for as long as I can get away with it. Oh, am I going to copy the flattened image and then flip it for the reflection? Nah, I'm just going to paint. Just going to paint it all out. That's not necessary. I'm not being very precise. I'm keeping things very painterly, just mainly except for the building. And even that, I could play with some of the edges. I don't really need to. It's not an image I'm going to be very polished with. It's supposed to be a relaxing painting, which it actually has been, so it's been fun. It's been fun, guys. When I paint, do I paint using feeling? Do I paint each object methodically? I guess with this image I did a little bit of both. Like, the house was a bit more methodical early on. As you can see, I've got like the different parts of the house broken out from each other. So there is some methodology to that. Just building the components of the house. And then yet, you know, things like the stuff in the background was kind of loose and painterly. Like, this stuff was pretty blobby and painterly. The grass is painterly. So for me, like, it's a mix of both. Like, I think it's good to have, like, here, I can even show you guys. So I talked about Richard Schmidt. That's a Richard Schmidt painting. There's a lot of painterly gestural marks, but he's very good at like keying in on the areas that where detail is kind of necessary. So like to make this house read as a house, he's actually picking out like the windows very precisely. It's not that loose, it's actually pretty tight in this area, in the focal area, and also this area of the house. But as it kind of hits the edge of the painting, it goes back to painterly and just kind of plays with the focus of the edges. And then to make these read as sheep, and exactly sheep, you know, he's adding some detail to really show that that's sheep. But they're just floating in this mush of painting, and everything is very ethereal and loose. You know, just like a lot of the portrait painters, like Sargent, everything is very, very painterly and loose, except for the head and the hands, right? Same idea here, like everything is loose-ish, you know, except for the structure that's the main focus, right? because that's kind of like where I want you to look. When I pick an image on MapCrunch, what am I looking for? Yeah, no, that depends on my mood. Like today I wanted to get something that had a piece of architecture in it, but was simple. And this kind of met that, right? It's like a interesting looking house and a pretty environment in the background. Some days it's like I want it to be really urban, where it's lots of like a city street. Some days it's like, well, I just want to paint trees mostly. And I kind of have a mood of like, I want to paint trees, I want to paint something simple, or I want to paint something with neat lighting. And then I just flip around on MapCrunch till something fits that or meets my needs. And then I go with that. Pretty simple. You can actually change the parameters of the search on MapCrunch, which is nice. And for this, I just kept urban checked. So I'm going to get some sort of town. And I don't want anything in the US. That's boring. Have I tried painting anything in Hong Kong? No, that's not a bad idea. Something with like like a really busy street with a lot of signs. Yeah, I would love to do that. Maybe for one of these, I'll pick like the busiest scene, and then we can talk about simplification. Go through that. Obviously it'll take longer than something like this, but I'd approach it in a very similar way. So I'm trying to think about like what Richard Schmidt would do to handle this part. Maybe just keep it loose, but then have like a dark shadow marks to indicate some of the form of this port. And that's it. Don't overdo it. Just have it read as just that, just the port, and really nothing more. In my sketching class, guy told me that way too many overlapping shapes, competing values, but it seems it's that way in the real world. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's like if you're looking at, like in the real world, if you're looking at something that is like a city with so many things going on, it can be daunting if you're going to try and paint it. But that's why you need to simplify. That's why you need to kind of break things down, figure out what you're trying to say with the painting, what you're trying to achieve with it, and focus on the areas that you like, the areas that are interesting, and try to find a composition within all of the mess of forms and shapes that you're seeing. Don't try to paint everything that's in the scene. You know, if you're doing a painting of just a tree, you're not going to paint each individual leaf on the tree. If you're painting someone's portrait, you're not going to paint every last little hair on their head. Same thing goes with a big environment. It's good to learn how to just simply indicate. It'll save you a lot of time, a lot of frustration. Like, I want to just simply indicate these tufts of grass, and sort of looking at my reference, the grass there's a shadow side and there's a light side. And when I'm painting them, I only think about the shadow side and light side of the different clumps of grass. And that helps me kind of simplify and break it down into a couple basic components. Your portrait instructor drew tiny, tiny lines for each individual hair. Okay. I mean, if they're telling you to draw each individual hair, they're insane. It sounds like madness. How do you paint nature? Have a natural randomness, like the white parts of the mountains. So when I'm thinking about like randomness in nature, I guess like a simple way of thinking about or trying to explain what I'm thinking is, it's like everything I put down is like, everything is like this. It's like there's a major shape, a medium-sized shape, and a tiny accent shape. Right? So like shape-wise, none of the strokes I make are going to be the same size and shape. And even their placement is going to be different. Like they're not going to be so evenly spaced. You know, maybe have two together and then a space where there's one. And then even on the plane, maybe this one's on that plane and then this one is kind of in the middle plane. So they're never on the same plane, right? They're never on the same line. So every mark I make, I try to, and if it's like a line, I try, like if it's a set of trees, and I never make the trees evenly spaced from each other. You might have two, and then a space with one, and then maybe like three over here or something. Like it's our natural instinct as humans to organize things and make things symmetrical and all that, and you have to really fight against that natural instinct. The more effort you put into it, the better results. But sometimes I find spending days in a painting doesn't look it. It can be frustrating. I would not agree with the more time you put into it, the better it gets. I wouldn't really agree with that. I think with an image, it's good to have an objective, kind of like a plan. So like this Richard Schmidt painting, the things that are important for him to capture was like the color, the mood, the time of day, his expressive brushstrokes, and you know the difference between where his expressive brushstrokes are, where he's rendering really tight, is really his narrative. It's like his story. He's trying to tell you a story. He's painting in these sheep, you know, very precisely, right? So we can tell that they're sheep. He's painting in the house precisely, so you can tell there's a house. You can tell that there's one large mass house, and then there's like a medium mass house here, and then a small mass house shape. And those are the things that are important to him, and also the relationship of the trees over here. Everything else is very like rough and ethereal and just kind of mushed out. Like his objective is to tell us about this house, to have this white house pop and have the sheep there. Now, if you were actually there in the scene, if you were there watching him paint, and if you were like seeing what he was seeing, like these houses, there's probably telephone poles, there's probably fences, there's probably a wheelbarrow, there's probably a shovel laying here on the ground, there's probably cars, there's probably, I don't know, I'm just assuming there's probably a lot of things going on, different fences. He's decided to not paint those in there, and he's decided instead to just focus on those three houses and the sheep. You know, that's kind of what he, you know, that was his objective, that was his story that he wanted to tell with the scene. And as a painter, as an artist, you have to kind of like find that, what it is you want to focus on, what it is you want to talk about in the painting, and let everything else go. You know, in reality, there's probably all kinds of stuff in that scene, but he's just leaving it out. You know, in this, it's like you got this other house back here, but I just thought that would be awkward to fit into the painting because I want the subject mostly just to be about the house. And of course there's like tons of stuff going on down here that I'm leaving out or just kind of omitting from the scene. And also back here there's tons of stuff going on and I'm kind of just leaving that stuff out. In the painting, like it's really just simply about the house, and then everything else is kind of pushed back thematically, you know, so hopefully that makes sense. Alright guys, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for joining in. Maybe I'll pop into the Discord and just say hello, just to see how it works. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I'll see you next week. Oh, wait! One more thing. I know, yep, I just thought of it too. Let's do some crazy colors. I want to hurt your eyes. Ooh, different font. Let's use this font. Wow, I really like made some weird font adjustments. What did I do? That's what I need. Okay, that @ symbol is really dumb. There we go, that's legible. Oh god, it's so awful. Why did I do that? The colors are killing me. Ah, that's better. There we go, black. This is my email. No! I can't type. Okay. There it is. JeremyFenskyArt@gmail.com. Ah, important. Hold on. I'm not done yet. There's more. Character. In the subject, because I will lose it, put in feedback as the subject. That's this is an email, or you just email me if you guys have images that you want feedback on for next week. And if you do submit feedback, or an image for feedback for next week, just be sure to be there, because if you're not there, I just won't do it. I'll go to someone else. So if you want some feedback on an image, just send it there. And please don't, if I don't do your image or whatever, there's probably just because there's just too many or whatever. I can't get to everybody, so nothing personal. It's just, it'll be kind of first come, first serve. Art of Ilker. I hope I said that right. How are you doing? You're here just in time for the end. But yeah, feedback stream next week. We'll see if people submit things, if there's enough to go over and to spend some time on. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll be shorter. Maybe I'll paint a little bit and do feedback. I'm not sure. It just depends on like how many people submit things. But yeah, I'll do feedback next week, and yeah, that's the email. Send it there. And here's the image that we did today. And that's it, guys. Thanks for joining in. I'm gonna pop into the Discord for a minute. Well, I mean, yeah, you can submit. Just gotta be there. I mean, I'll still take your image. Just if you're not there on the stream, then I just won't do it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all next week.